Hello, welcome to CGTN live streaming here. I'm Wu Lei. I'm now in Hangzhou city of Zhejiang province. We are now at the Alibaba's annual Apsara Conference, which is believed to be one of the largest cloud computing conferences here in Asia. And we are today covering its 40,000 square meters exhibition. We are trying to give you the latest and cutting-edge technologies and experiences here in the cloud computing and big data and other technologies. And today I'm very glad to be joined by Mr. Chen Xu, the Strategic Director of Alibaba Cloud. Hello, welcome to join us.
Yeah, welcome to Apsara Conference again.
Okay, so today we can see a lot of cutting-edge technologies are exhibiting here. For example, this one, I remember that last year, Xiaomanlü, the logistics solution of Alibaba. And what about the update of this year?
Yeah, interesting. We announced this product last year in this event. Yeah. After 1 year, I think we have several improvements.
Several upgrades.
Upgrades. Yeah. I think the main thing is about it's more intelligent.
It's more intelligent.
And it has been put into several production environments so that it can learn from the environment.
So we know this is the logistics solution for Alibaba. It's mainly used for Cainiao logistics, right?
Yeah. I think it's targeting at the production environment like the last mile delivery, so that in some kind of such as the campus, to make the delivery more efficient and more intelligent. Yeah.
Okay, we can see here there are a lot of screens which shows the different scenarios of this product, right?
Yes. We just thanks to many partners, and they provided the real time and the production environment, so that we have all kinds of factors to take into this production and innovation process, so that we know what's going on the roads and in the campus. We can take that kind of factors into our engineering work.
So we can see this kind of logistic robot can have been used in universities and in other different roads.
Yeah. I think the skill has been more than 10 times the last year. Yeah. And enjoyed by the customers.
Because of the improvement in the cloud computing and big data processing, right?
I think the major advantage of Xiaomanlü lies in the computing power.
Computing power?
Yeah, that means we can compute everything in real time, so that we can provide a very, very decent experience for the customers to put or pick up the packages.
Okay. So guys, we are now live streaming at Alibaba's annual Apsara Conference. And we are live streaming in different platforms, including our Weibo and Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. If you have any question or comments about the cutting-edge technologies about computing, cloud computing, and big data, leave us a comment. We will try to answer your questions and comments. And so we know this year one of the big breakthrough for Alibaba is the chip. Yeah. We know the processor. And yesterday, Alibaba just unveiled its first Yitian 710. That's one of the major breakthroughs this year. So tell us more about this chip.
I think we have begun this process about 3 years ago.
So this is a Yitian 710?
It's kind of chip, which is based on ARM architecture.
This is the world's first processor used the ARM 9 architecture, right?
Yes. I think this product can greatly improve our competence and advantage in the international, global computing, cloud computing, competition.
So compared with its other high-end chips, what are the advantages of this chip? Why it is so, advanced?
I think that lies in the existing advantage of this company. Everything will be put into the production. That means we can combine the innovation and production in real time. We know what the customers need, and we can provide what they want. And other thing lies in the art. I think the manufacturing art, let's say in the 5 nanometers. Yeah.
5 nanometers.
Yeah.
That is the most cutting-edge technology here for the present chips.
Yeah, in the world.
Okay. So we know Alibaba have a lot of chips in recent years, especially its business T-Head.
Yeah.
It has produced many high-end chips like Xuantie, like this Yitian. So why T-Head continue to produce this kind of chips?
We know the requirements of the customers. We want to meet their demand. So we can find the very senior engineer or scientist in the world and try to make the breakthrough. Such as we have Xuantie that has been announced several years ago, which has been widely distributed in the industry. Yeah.
So different chips may have different applications.
Yeah.
They will be used in different servers. So what about this Yitian? I remember that yesterday, Jeff Zhang, the president of Alibaba Cloud Intelligence, he introduced that this Yitian 710 will be used in Alibaba's own cloud centers.
Yes. Yesterday, our president announced this product. He mentioned it will not be sold to other competitors or other players. It will be used by Alibaba Cloud ourselves.
It will be only used in Alibaba at present.
So we can very easily to integrate the computing power between the software and the hardware to make a full optimization.
Okay, so we know we are now actually living in a digital world. The cloud computing is really, suppressing everything as that now. It's generating a large amount of data, and I still remember that this chip is still very efficiency in its power and other costs, right?
Yeah, in the world there are several architectures in the CPU level, such as x86, MIPS, and ARM. And ARM has been very well known for its, power efficiency, to saving power.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we know China has attached great importance to the carbon neutrality. So how to save a lot of power and electricity also very important for the chip makers. They have to put this thing into their chip manufacturing process.
Everything we have been making inside the Alibaba Cloud or the Damo Academy is, I think the theory is about born for the cloud. We make everything to accommodate the requirements of the customers for the cloud computing. That means if the customer they need to reduce the power usage, we need to pay attention. From the bottom up, firstly, we build the infrastructure or the internet data center, which is I think the feature is green to make the environment more friendly.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we can see this is a quantum computer. It's minus 233 degrees Celsius. So tell us more about this equipment, how special, what is it used for?
The quantum computing currently is still in a stage of engineering or research. Yeah.
It's still developing.
I think it is the next generation, computing machine or the computing chip.
So the Damo Academy is also developing and researching this kind of cloud computing, supercomputing.
Yeah, I think it is targeting at a long-term goal. Yeah, in the future.
Goal.
Yeah, in the future.
So this equipment is kept in a very low temperature.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the heat generated by the computing process is enemy. Yeah, for the power usage.
So it needs to be kept in a very low temperature to keep its,
in a low temperature.
low temperature. It can be used in a very different scenarios.
Because you need more power to just make the heat more lower. Yeah.
Okay.
To reduce the heating.
So we know Apsara Conference is one of the largest conferences, especially in the cloud computing and big data and artificial intelligence in Asia. So Alibaba has unveiled many cutting-edge technologies this year, including this one cloud computer.
Yeah.
So I still remember, last year, cloud computer was firstly introduced to the public.
Yeah.
So what are the updates of this year?
just in this event last year, we announced the cloud computing named by Wing. And this year, we have deployed in more than 30 customers.
More than 30 customers.
Yeah. And yesterday, we have announced that we will donate the Wing to build 10,000 labs for the junior school, or senior school for the students.
You mean this kind of computer will be donated to 10,000 students?
10,000 schools.
10,000
schools
across China.
Across China, yeah.
Wow. So this is a kind of cloud computer, right?
Yeah, it's a terminal.
This is the terminal of the cloud computer. So can you give us more introduction about this computer, how it is used?
It's very easily to just insert into a screen. And you can use the keyboard to just input anything you want. And you can log into a remote desktop, which has been laid out in the cloud computing side. So that here you can only use a very limited power for the computing. So that is mainly for the display purpose. Everything will be calculated in the cloud side.
But we know different computers may have different operating systems, including Windows, including OS, and Android,
And currently, we only provide Windows-based.
You only provide Windows-based.
In the future, maybe we have some more features added.
So the cloud computing is one of the big announcements this year. So what about the operating system? We know this morning, Alibaba just announced the Shenlong, a new 4.0.
The fourth generation.
Fourth generation about this cloud computing, Longxi.
Open and honest.
So what does this mean?
This is kind of a Linux-based open source operating system. Based on the about 12 years, the real deployment in Alibaba cloud, public cloud.
It's mainly for business, not for the public.
It's for several scenarios, such as the cloud side and the edge side, and some kind of real-time production.
Okay. Guys, we have some comments from our YouTube fans, followers. Mr. Han Tuan. He says, yes, how is the development of the computer chips of the as small as 4 nanometer size?
We are trying to use the latest or cutting-edge technologies of manufacturing arts provided by the partners. We don't produce the chips ourselves, only design. And we try to find the most reliable and the most cutting-edge providers in the world.
So currently, the most cutting-edge one is 5 nanometers. We don't have the 4 nanometers.
As far as I know, no.
But maybe in the future, some partners may develop 4 nanometers.
We will pursue, the most advanced partner in the world in the future. Anyone who becomes number one, we will have a deal with them.
Okay. So, Mr. Han Tuan, I think Mr. Chen Xu has answered your question. And also, he asked again, yes, forget about the driverless car and concentrate on developing the smallest chips possible. Because we know that today, we have different smart products, including smartphones, computers, and also driverless car, the unmanned cars. So we need smaller chips as small as possible, right?
Yes. You can see the core of the cloud computing lies in the cloud side, so that we can provide enough computing power in the cloud. In the same time, this makes it possible for the terminal to be more small and more power efficient.
Okay. Thank you very much for your question. And also, we have another comment that is good. You mean this technology is good? I think so. This is one of the largest cloud computing and artificial intelligence exhibitions here in Asia, Apsara Conference. We see this cloud server on Shenlong architecture.
In the last 4 years, we announced the 4th generation of Shenlong cloud platform. This is very innovative we can call it invented by Alibaba Cloud. That means to meet the demand of the customers, we call it born on the cloud and for the cloud. Everything is totally different with the traditional or legacy IT infrastructure, which is unique in the world. Yeah.
Okay, we talk about the cloud architecture, but for the ordinary people, how do they understand the relationship between, Shenlong architecture with their daily life?
Okay, I see. This will make their computing more efficient, such as every day we talk about cloud computing. The core of the cloud computing is virtualization, just to make one machine to provide several machines for you, so that just for the virtualization purpose, usually all other competitors, they will do some kind of, this will lead to some performance loss. That means you have a machine and you can only use about 60% of the power. And with the Shenlong chip and the Shenlong architecture, we will reduce the performance loss to almost zero. Yeah.
So with the help of this kind of infrastructure, people's cloud computing performance will be improved, right?
Yes. You can use the cloud computing's advantage, and at the same time, you lose nothing.
Okay, we know this time Alibaba has this 40,000 square meter exhibition area, and you not only showcase Alibaba's latest cutting-edge technologies, but also some partners, some institutions, as well as some universities. So we are going to show some black technologies about these new technologies.
I think the criteria for Alibaba Cloud's success lies in our partnership or the ecosystem.
So how many partners do we have here across China and around the world? Do you have some numbers?
Over 8,000.
80,000?
8,000.
8,000. Wow, 8,000 partners across China and the world.
This is all around Alibaba's pavilion.
This is also Alibaba's pavilion. We know this time we have some over 1,500 new digital products are also showcasing here.
This is an international company which has been open sourced in the world. It's based on some open source projects.
This is also your partner.
They're all partner. They can make a big money on top of Alibaba Cloud.
Wow. So cloud computing actually is almost everywhere.
Everywhere. No matter you are aware or not, it's working for you. Yeah.
Okay. So we are trying to go to some universities like Peking University. They also showcasing their innovative products.
Yeah, great.
So this is how many times have you been here at the Apsara Conference?
Every year.
Every year?
This is one of the biggest events for our company and for our partners.
Okay.
Everyone wants to join this event and to enjoy the latest progress on the technology invention.
But we know that the ecosystem of the cloud computing needs to be improved.
Yeah.
So that's why many this kind of your partners have participated in this kind of exhibition.
They also want to take advantage of this platform to show what they are doing, what they are improving every year. Yeah.
We can see this is China Space Agency. They have demonstrated a lot of rockets models and also
that's for
the Tiangong space station.
Yeah.
So in this kind of space technology, they also have some cloud computing.
Yeah. You know, the cloud, the computing power is the core. Earlier, if you have the data, you need to computing power to make the data more useful or more hierarchy. Yeah.
So each of these rocket and also the Tiangong space station, and also that is the Chang'e landing module.
They will collect huge amount of data. If without computing power, it's nothing. Yeah.
So every this kind of advanced technology needs the help of the cloud computing.
Yeah, more data.
More data.
More bandwidth. Yeah, that's where the cloud computing can benefit for the industry. Yeah.
Okay. So we will continue to explore this exhibition. Guys, we are now at the Alibaba's annual Apsara Conference, and we are trying to explore some of the most cutting-edge technologies as well as the innovations. So if you have any question, leave us a comment. Here we can see these are the future lab.
Yeah.
There are different institutions and universities are demonstrating their latest products and innovation products.
I think that's the technologies which is not used today. Is for the future.
Yeah. The future. So that's why it's called Future Lab. We will show you some
collaboration between Alibaba Cloud and our partners, including the academy, the universities, and the industry.
Okay, this is a kind of artificial fish.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I have experienced some of the products. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
So we can see different fish may dive into different meters.
Pressure is different.
Yes,
Yeah.
the pressure is different.
There are many
so this
sensors.
one, the bigger one. There are many sensors, chips, and also battery, electronic components.
To improve these products, you need to collect more data.
You need
so
to collect.
Then next time you can make it better. Yeah.
So we can see this is one of the artificial here. It looks like a real fish, but actually it's not.
It's kind of emulation. Yeah. To make our products or the product between us and our partners more like the real life of the fish.
So what can this kind of products be used for?
What's interesting, we don't know. Yeah, everything is interesting now. Maybe it's not useful in our minds, but in the future,
I think it can be used for, underwater investigation and also mapping, and also because it has a camera in the head of its artificial fish.
Yeah, one of the ideas in my mind is we can use the artificial intelligence to just emulate fish, so that it just swim and through the river, so that it can go through all the environments. Yeah.
So guys, you are now looking at artificial fish. It's not a real one, but it's really. It looks very similar to a real fish. It can, in the water. Because this is components. Yeah. Looks like a Lego. A Lego.
Yeah.
Lego.
It's composed of Legos.
Yeah. Okay, so we will try to explore more of these products here at the Apsara Conference. So, Mr. Chen, which product impressed you most at this conference? Do you have something that really impressed you most?
Indeed, I think the software. Yeah.
The software
is the future. Yeah. Software is the future.
not the hardware.
Hardware is just, I think, it's a body. And the spirit lies in the software.
Okay.
With one hardware, you can produce different software and more useful scenarios.
So we can see this is space mining, because in the future we may launch some robots outside in outer space, and the mining is a key for the outer space missions. So this one also needs a lot of data and cloud computing.
Yeah, somewhere which is not suitable for people to live, we can use the robots. Yeah. And other mechanism things to do the work we want them to do.
This one also works with your company?
Yeah, it's everything is just a cooperation, collaboration between us and other partners. Yeah.
Okay.
We want to pick up the most cutting edge providers. Yeah.
So this kind of satellites, it has generated a large amount of data. How to improve this kind of data computing is quite critical for the space missions.
I think there lies in different technologies.
Let me try.
One is about the network. We can provide enough bandwidth to transport the data in real time.
Wow, I can see different planets here in the universe. And this is Mars. I think this is the Earth. This is the Jupiter. It's quite interesting. I can see the universe. There are many stars and many planets here.
Let me
You can try, yeah.
Oh, it's a 3D.
Did you see that?
Yeah. It's just like from the perspective
Yeah.
in the airspace.
I think we can have our camera have a look.
Mask.
For you. Yes, mask.
I need. I need.
Okay, I think we cannot show that so
Let
specifically
me pass
for.
this to the
Okay, this is a
reporter.
mask. Okay.
I think it's an eyelid.
Original space. Thank you very much. This is a facial mask, and actually,
It's an eyelid 是眼罩是吧？不是口罩，也不是眼罩。Oh, it's a mask. Yeah.
okay,
Face mask.
okay, face mask. Thank you very much. And this is a satellite for this blue original space.
These people is the author of these products. Yeah.
Okay.
这边方便吗？
你好，能方便介绍一下吗？啊 Can you speak English?
Of course.
So, tell us more about this satellite.
This is so-called Yang-1 #1 satellite. It's basically a optical and UV astronomical telescope. It's observing the universe with a very large field of view and quite sensitive detectors. So we survey, for example, the Milky Way, the galactic plane, and also we have found many asteroids, small bodies in the solar system, so which will be the next targets for the future space mining.
When will this satellite be launched?
Almost 4 months ago, early June 11th.
You have already sent this satellite into space?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So, how
And that
about.
one was launched about half a year ago.
Wow. So, what was achievement so far? Did you find anything there?
Sure. We actually use this telescope already surveyed the galactic plane for several times, and we observed dozens of small bodies, asteroids, together with other telescopes, ground-based telescopes, and also international international community. We did some combined observation together. So it's the first optical UV telescope in the mainland China.
So it will generate a large amount of data. How do you, make this data computing? Which server, which cloud computer servers are you using?
Cloud.
You're using AliCloud?
Yes.
Okay. So
It's a dry fact.
okay. So how was this data? How did you analysis and found anything?
We have a team to build this spacecraft, and also have a separate team for the software, for the software development. And we basically observe. We use this telescope to observe the data, and we do the analysis by ourselves. We also share the data with universities, to other institutions who are interested in using this telescope to observe a specific target.
That's very interesting.
We even can use this. We recently had a collaboration with PolyU in Hong Kong. That team uses this telescope to observe the Great Bay Area in the night.
So this satellite will be used to have some images of Great Bay Area and
Exactly.
also analysis.
Yeah. Actually, we got the image with highest spatial resolution, globally speaking.
So it will be used for many different scenarios and environments for different scientists and institutions.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
So this kind of satellites also will be used as a cloud computing and big data intelligence, like this one. This is a mining satellite, maybe in the future. In 2021, this April.
It's a commercial mining robot. Yeah.
Maybe hoping that one day we will have this kind of space mine.
That's very interesting. On top of Alibaba clouds, we have no idea what kind of fancy things the customers can create.
Yeah. With the help of the cloud computing services.
Yes.
Okay. So we will continue to explore this Apsara Conference. So this 4-day event, over 1,500 products And but how many companies are participating this year?
I have no idea. Yeah.
Okay, but I think it's
Because
at
this
least
year is
hundreds
very
of them.
This year is very different because of the epidemic. Yeah.
Yes, the global pandemic, many global companies and
In previous years, it's very crowded, so that we cannot work. Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
Very crowded. Yeah.
But we can see there are still many your partners, including Intel, including
NVIDIA and the VMware.
they are also your core partners.
Yeah, the international companies are working with the Alibaba Cloud very closely. Yeah.
They are the chip makers.
They are the major chip makers and one of the major providers.
But Alibaba Cloud is the major designer of the chips.
We are designing our own chip, which is ARM-based. And I think our strategy is one cloud, different chips.
One cloud, different chips. What does that mean?
That means any chip you want the customer to meet the requirements of the customer. Any kind of chip the customer want to use, we provide. Yeah.
Okay. So this is Intel booth. We
Yeah.
can see different their products showcasing their own
You know,
technologies
both
and innovations.
Both Intel and Alibaba Cloud are the providers for the Olympic Games. Yeah.
For the Olympic Games.
The Winter Olympic Games.
But yesterday, I still remember that your president says you will continue to deepen your collaboration with your partners, including Intel and NVIDIA.
Yeah.
It's also American chip maker.
Yeah. It's a pure U.S. company.
Okay.
It's focusing on the GPU, manufacturing
GPU.
and designing.
Okay.
It's the graphics, computing.
Okay. We'll make a very quick
Yeah.
explore here.
It's also very well known. Yeah.
So this is how their chips is used in different environments.
To make I think it uses the computing power provided by the graphics card to make the
For designing.
for designing and emulation. Yeah. Everything related with the graphics.
Yeah. Okay. So guys, we are now at the Apsara Conference here in the exhibition area. This year, over 40,000 square meters and hundreds of companies are showcasing their latest technologies and innovations. We know you just mentioned that different sectors are also using the cloud computing, including electricity.
Yeah.
So how electricity companies are using the cloud computing?
I think it's to make their decision more power efficient. Yeah.
Power efficient.
To save the power.
Okay. We have more feedback from our YouTube followers. And Mr. Han says, thank you for answering my question. 加油 China.
Okay, great.
And thank you, Alibaba. Wow, that is progress and development.
Yeah.
And
We're
also,
proud of that.
Ms. Giovanni Luca, has Alibaba going fully drones delivery yet? Do you have some fully drones delivery?
Fully join delivery.
Fully drone.
Join.
Yeah.
Fully drone. Drones. Yeah.
Yes, drones.
I don't think it's available now. Yeah.
But this is the cloud computing in the financial area. So a lot of banks, a lot of financial institutions also using the cloud computing.
I think this is a basic function. That means everything will be run on the internet. So that every people, they don't need to go to the bank or some institutes. They just do something on their phone, to make all the transaction.
But what about the data security? Because especially for these kind of financial institutions, data security is very important. How do you guarantee their data security?
Yeah, firstly, they use the encrypted channel for the data transport.
Okay.
And then they use several mechanisms to justify you are the owner of this phone. Yeah. And
So-
in the server side, they will do some, I think, big data statistics to just calculate which is the potential point for the security risk.
But what if the hardware will be damaged? About this, or the software will be, damaged through the virus or through cyber attack?
Alibaba Cloud has been an internet company. About 20 years ago, we founded this company, and everything runs on internet. We have the deepest knowledge about what's going on the security of the internet users.
So how do you guarantee their security?
We have a full system. That means we call it cloud-native security. So from the planning of the products, everything, we have put one step about security into the process. So as to make sure everything is compliant with the regulation and our requirements.
So we can see this is a live streaming of this Apsara Innovation Park. Different people may showcase their innovative ideas and products here.
It's kind of live broadcasting about the interview. I can see that kind of several management team member from Alibaba Cloud to address the questions of the reporters online.
Okay.
Sometimes to announce some products.
Yes. And these are all your partners?
This is one of the companies we have invested. We are specializing on the cloud about the data storage. So
we can see nowadays cloud computing can be applied in many sectors, almost every sector.
Every sector.
Education, finance, electricity, logistics, everywhere. Manufacturing, yes.
We make the efficiency of the factory better.
Okay. So I think that's pretty much for our talk and discussion in this C exhibition hall. We are now heading to another exhibition hall and give you more. And thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Chen Xu, the Strategic Director of Alibaba Cloud. So we will continue our exhibition, and my colleagues here in Beijing, please run some footage about this exhibition so that we can go to another hall. And thank you very much. We will back later. These smart products wouldn't be so clever without chips playing a decisive role in the performance. Many cutting-edge technologies, including big data and cloud computing, rely on them. That is why many Chinese tech giants spare no efforts in developing high-end chips. Alibaba just unveiled a new processor named Yitian 710, which will be used to power servers in its data centers. This chip is built by the company's chip development business T-Head.
这也是第一个一节采用 ARM09 架构的这么一款芯片。我们在上面628毫米的电极上集成了600亿个晶体管，它里面集成了128个核，都是全球最大的。
As China attaches more importance to reaching carbon neutrality, improving the energy efficiency of data processing is also a challenge for chip makers.
所以这个就是我们现在高能效比所能够带来的一些这个好处和优势。那么从客户的角度来说，比如说云计算的客户，那他获得相同的性能，他付出的成本就会更低，因为电费本身也是成本的一个部分。
Besides Alibaba's latest advanced technologies, more than 1,500 new digital and smart products from other tech companies also attracting visitors, broadening people's minds on what the future may look like. Actually, this artificial fish is a kind of underwater robot. It is made up of camera, sensor, battery, and other electronic components, and it can be used in many scenarios.
那其实更多的还有一些海洋的工程，像水下的检测、水下地形的这个测绘，然后包括水下的海洋的一些小型的工程，然后都是可以用它们去做的。
This year's exhibition area covers more than 40,000 square meters, with hundreds of companies and institutions aiming to work closer to improve this sector's ecosystem. 吴磊 CGTN 杭州。Hello guys, we are back here at the Alibaba's annual Apsara Conference, bringing you the latest exhibitions and innovations in the cloud computing and big data and artificial intelligence. So we are now here in a flying car next to a flying car. It looks very cool. For more, I'm very glad to be joined Miss Tang Xiaoxu from this company. So give us more information about this flying car. 能给我们介绍一下吗？
OK， 好的。这一款的话呢，大家看到的是我们小鹏汇天自主研发的第5代了，已经是第5代产品了。
So this is a 5th generation flying car of her company. 那么这个飞行汽车的这个最重要的这个核心的这个科技是什么呢 ？What is the core technology of this flying car?
OK， 那它首先的话，它是一个纯电的，对我们是一个纯电的飞行器。那它目前的续航可以达到35分钟。那包括其次的话呢，相比于飞行器，大家可能想到都是载物或者空机拍摄，那我们是载人的。
Okay, so let me translate. This is a purely electronic flying car, and it can fly up to 35 minutes for one time. 每次可以飞行35分钟。
是的。
那充满电，它就可以飞行35分钟。
对。
Okay, so each time you can fly up to 35 minutes. 那我们可以进去试一下吗？
可以，没问题。
好。哎，好。Okay, so we are now sitting in a flying car. As you can see, here are 2 screens here in front of me. And 那么我们是不是可以通过这个地图来控制它？
是的。那这块的话是一个中控的那我们比如说，我们现在只是一个展示哈，就是我们比如说要输入我们的目的地之后，它就会规划航线，我们就会选择其中一个更快速的。
So here is a map. You can set your destination and with this route automatically.
对，然后呢，它会按照这个要求，比如说我们的民航的法规，它会避开一些禁飞区，还有一些相对危险的区域。对。
So according to some regulations, this flying car can avoid some dangerous and limited space in this area. 那么这个就是现在目前我们还没有在市面上能够看到，是吧？
对，因为这款它其实还是在我们验证我们的技术的过程当中，所以它不准备面向市场。真正面向市场的是下一代。
Okay, so this is only a demonstration of this kind of technology. 那我们知道这样的其实这个飞行汽车啊，它有很多的这种核心的科技，除了电池，那它的云计算呀，包括它的这个人工智能在里面是扮演什么样的角色呢 ？So what role will the big data and artificial intelligence, cloud computing play in this car?
那其实我们也可以参考，就是现在的这种智能汽车，那它会现在很多的这个功能会体现在就是人机这个交互上，就是非常的智能。那么未来在这个飞行汽车上，我们相信也会实现这样的功能，而且可能会需要的更多，因为包括我们的这些气象，我们就需要更多的云数据来给我们更稳定的、更真实、客观的一些气象数据。
So in the future, at more technologies, including this 5G and also cloud computing, will be needed in this car to guarantee a safe and comfortable flying experience, right?
是的。
Okay. So maybe next few years we will see this kind of flying car in the market. I'm not sure whether you have seen similar flying cars in your country or in the market, but it's really pretty cool. 那每次只能坐2个人是吧？
对，目前是可以搭载2个人。其实这个对于我们来说也是我们一个核心技术。你可以看到外面4个轴。
但这个操控的话，只有通过这一个屏幕。
对。然后其实还有很多是在我们的背后看不到的地面的一个监控平台。对，他们会去做很多背后的工作。
好，谢谢您，谢谢您，好。Okay, so that's this flying car, and it's really looks very cool. But it's only a demonstration of the technologies. But maybe in the next few years, we will see these kind of products in the market. But to guarantee the safe flying experience, more technologies, especially some innovative policies in the low altitude space, will be needed to guarantee this kind of space, this kind of technology. 好，谢谢 Thank you very much. Okay, so we are trying to explore more in this exhibition area. So this is one of the innovative products for the future artificial intelligence and cloud computing. And guys, if you have any questions, you can leave us a comment. Let me see. Okay, we have another comment from Zaki asking, is that expo for public so anyone can get in? Yes, this exhibition is free for the public this year. 40,000 square meters exhibition. All the public can come in if you register this exhibition. And we are now coming to another company. 哎，你好。我们介绍一下咱们这个飞机是做什么呢 ？What's the purpose of this airplane？ 那这个飞机是做什么的？
中文还是英文？
您会说英文 ？Can you speak English? Okay, you can try some English.
So this is a 6-axis full motion simulator for the CTL as light sport
Dynamic
aircraft.
aircraft simulator.
Right, that's for the CTL, the exact same thing as that one. That is a real airplane that can fly.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is only a simulator.
Yeah, this is a simulator for student pilots and for some amateur enthusiasts to try out this the experience,
Flying experience.
the feeling of flying and on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what is the purpose of the application of your jet here? What is the application of your aircraft here?
So this aircraft, this type of aircraft, is primarily used for flight training.
Flight training.
In our company, we use it for training of the private pilot certificate and the sport pilot certificate.
We know general aviation is actually booming here recently in China because the low altitude space is gradually open.
Right.
We know Hunan province has become the first trial province here in China to open its low altitude space.
Exactly.
So this kind of general aviation aircraft will be needed. The training, the exercises. Can we have a closer look?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a.
So this is a two-seat.
This is a real aircraft.
This is a real aircraft that actually can fly, and so this is a two-seat light sport aircraft in the light sport category. It's originally made in Germany. It was introduced to China a few years ago, and now it's being manufactured in China, in Xiamen, in Fujian.
It's manufactured here in Xiamen,
in Xiamen
city.
Right, in the city of Xiamen, and it has many technology and safety features. It has a full glass panel, as you can see, different from the traditional, like the round instruments. The full panel is
this is
glass,
a real
like screen
here.
panel, and
it's mainly for training.
Right, it's mainly for training and for amateur purposes. For say, like if a private pilot wants to buy a plane or rent a plane to fly to somewhere else.
And we can see there are different numbers or data here.
Right.
The map here.
That's the map. We've got 2 GPS systems on this plane to improve the safety. So that's a GPS. That's another GPS.
Okay.
Right. And
so, what does it relate to the cloud computing and artificial intelligence technologies? Because this is the Apsara Conference.
yeah.
We know many products are related to the cloud computing.
Right.
So this product also relates to the cloud computing?
Right. So, one of the major public concern about general aviation is safety.
Safety.
And when we have more airplanes flying in the sky and more people flying, more hours flew,
Yes.
we need to make sure that these planes and these pilots are safe. And one way we are doing is that we have state-of-the-art flight computer and flight recorders in this aircraft that records the flight data, and we extract the data. In our operation, we extract the data from time to time and analyze them, and to compare them with the flying of between our students and our flight instructors, say, and
so
professional pilots.
All these kind of sensors and lines can generate and receive data.
Right. So these are antennas. These are very traditional things. These are used to communicate with the satellite and air traffic controllers. But what we use is that in this aircraft, in the systems, we can record all sorts of flight data, from airspeed, from altitude, even like I can tell from the system that how many G's were applied to this aircraft.
Can I have a try of this?
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
You can take your seat.
Okay, this is a co-pilot, right?
Right.
So this is a controller?
Yeah, this is a yoke. We call it a stick or a yoke.
Yoke?
Yeah.
Stick?
Yeah.
So what is the purpose of this?
So there are three dimensions of the aircraft when it's flying. So we have pitch. Where pitch is like in this dimension, the head can go up or down. Nose can go up or down. So that's going down and going up.
Okay.
And we have roll from left to right. So that's roll to roll to left and roll to the right.
It looks like the controller to take the different directions of this aircraft.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And also we have the brake.
We have the rudders. These are the rudders. The rudders are used to yaw, so going nose to the left or to the right. So basically on the ground, when we control the aircraft to turn left or turn right, we use the rudders.
Okay.
Yeah, the rudders control two things. One thing is the nose wheel and in the front, and the other thing is the rudder on the back and the vertical rudder on the back.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. So this aircraft need to be controlled by two people?
No,
just one?
Actually just one, and these two are interconnected with each other.
Interconnected.
Right.
Okay.
We
But
only
this
need
only
one.
for training. One is the coach, the other is the the
Exactly.
student.
This is not only for training. It is for it's mainly used by our company for training purposes, but it is widely used around the world. There are like more than 2,000 units of this aircraft around the world.
2,000 units.
Yeah.
Across the world.
Across the world. Yeah, and
How many in China?
I think there are less than 100 in China.
Less than 100.
Right. And it's mainly used by pilots all over the world for leisure flying.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No
Let me get down. Thank you. So we can see this kind of general aviation aircraft also generates huge amount of data. We need to collect and analyze the data to make sure we have a very safe flying experience.
Right.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is Yuanjing Aviation Company, and all these products are showcasing the latest technologies and innovation in the cloud computing. And we can see here is a ping pong machine, ping pong robot. It looks very interesting because I play a lot of ping pong when I was young, when I was in college. We can take a closer look about this kind of ping pong robots. It can play. I think it can only play with one. Let me have a try. 你好，你好，我想问一下，咱们这个机器人是现在只会发球是吗？
对，我们这个只是那个发球机器人。
Okay, this robot can only play with the man. It can not only fight back. 那么这个机器人它用的技术是什么呢？
就是那个里面有2个电机，然后通过那个
视觉这个。
你说视觉吗？
啊。
这方面是没有的，就是正常的那个发球机一样，就是把球挤出来。
Okay.
对。
So it only used 2 motors to force back this ping pong pole. 那我可以体验一下吗？
可以。
Okay. Let me have a try. 好。Look, take a look. 嘿，哦。It's really fun. You can play at any time, anywhere. 会。所以每次打10个球是吗？
这个都是可以随意设置。
可以设置的 ，OK。It's really fun. Thank you， 谢谢。So this has a future mind controller here. You can control its speed and different segment here. You can control its direction, speed, and rotation. Different segment here. So it's really fun. So we can see this kind of technology can be used in many different environments. And so this is a 4-day event here at the Apsara Conference. We are now in another exhibition hall here, and different companies are showcasing their different technologies. The Timo Genie, a speaker, and also the metaverse. So guys, I think that's pretty much for our live streaming here. I really want to show you more about this cutting-edge technologies, but if you have time, you can come to this Apsara Conference and take a closer experience and look about these advanced technologies. Thank you very much for joining us. See you next time. Bye-bye.